Hi and welcome back to Normski TV. Very late one. I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible and as painless for myself as for you guys. Yeah, the North London Derby. You call that the North London Derby. I'm telling you, man, we are a sinking ship right now. I don't know what can save us. Titanic. This is Titanic business that's going on here. We've proper hit an iceberg and we're sinking and sinking quick. And we've got our captain, Mr. Aubameyang. Mate, you don't even look like you want to even be on the ship. You don't even look like you want to be on the ship. The performance that I'm seeing from you, the Instagram from the Arsenal TV, where they were interviewing you for your the North London Derby and just asking your thoughts and what you think is going to happen and how we want to kind of turn our season around. Man, if I had any hope of what you portrayed in that conversation or in that interview, mate, didn't do nothing. You just looked a shadow of yourself. You didn't even look like you wanted to even be there. You didn't even look like you were just talking underneath your hat. Mate, you're not even smiling no more. Something is going on at this club. Something is going on seriously at this club. You've got his agent coming out now, and I'm telling you now, from top to bottom, this is rotten. This is proper rotten. I've never seen an Arsenal side this bad. We're lying 15th right now in the Premier League table. If it wasn't for Southampton saving our bacon, we would have been sitting in 16th place going into the Burnley game, which now is a 6-pointer. Can you believe it? A 6-pointer. We're on 13 points. 13 points after 11 games. We've only won one game in our last 7. We've lost 6. Just think about that. We're in December. We're 11 points behind Tottenham. We're top of the table on goal difference. Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, Man United. How many teams have we got to get past? Listen, I don't even... Listen, let me say this now. Forget top 4. Even forget top 6. I will probably finish at best 10th. I can't see anything in this team that shows me that we can go on any kind of run. I remember under Arsene Wenger when he was going for a really bad patch, and I remember them interviewing him, and he says, he's like, I don't know what's going on. He says, I don't know what's going on. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, always in the back of your mind, you know, Arsenal always seem to pull it out of the bag. We always seem to manage to finish in that top 4 somehow. We would go for a really bad season, but somehow we end up finishing in the top 4. Last season we finished 8th. We won a cup. We're a cup team at best. And I cannot see where our next win is coming from. All right, we've got Burnley next at home, followed by Southampton at home, who right now I think are sitting on around about either 19 or 20 points. 7 points clear of us. They're our bogey team. We don't do very well against them. And to be perfectly honest, I look at our players and I look at the teams that are above us, and this is no word of a lie. Player for player, I heard it on another channel as well, And when I thought about it, I thought, you know what? We have got bang average players. We've got bang average players. None of our players right now will get into that Tottenham side. None of our players. On their form right now, none of them. What's the point you're telling us about, oh, this is the team that Willian always does well against? Sorry? Did I miss something? Look, the whole point of this is, yeah, going into this game, in my player or in my preview game or of the game, I said my heart says 2-1, but my head says a draw. But the reality is I didn't even think we were going to get anything from this game. All right, yes, Partey, saw him. When the team news came, I thought a glimmer of hope. And to be honest, I wanted him back. But you know what? At the end of the day, Arteta and the medical team know that this guy's carrying an injury. And obviously now he's aggravated that. Could be out for a length of time on the sidelines. And it is just gone Pete Tong. It has just gone completely pear-shaped at Arsenal. This supposedly great club. And we're acting like we're some non-league side. We're playing non-league football. Look, I wanted to see man like Ainsley Maitland-Niles in that midfield because I know we needed legs. You get Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka, who's just been playing useless for God knows how long. Yeah? Creating stupid fouls. He can't tackle, he can't move, he can't do anything. But yet you persist on playing him. You persist on playing Willian. Where was Reece Nelson? Was he injured? And this is the problem with Arteta, the way he manages this side. He's not a good man manager. He's arrogant. And when you hear his post-match press conference about, oh, you know, we put 40-odd crosses and by the law of averages, mathematics, work it out, we should be able to score. Listen, we put 32 crosses against Wolves. What happened? What's the point of Willian, Kieran Tierney whipping crosses? What was the point when nobody was getting on the end of it? Aubameyang, where was you? You don't even want to attack. You just didn't even look like you were even... You're our captain. This is... Nobody understood this as a North London derby. The way you guys came out, the first pass, and that set the tone. That set the tone. The first pass, and I don't know if it was Holding, playing a pass to Bellerin, straight out. What kind of nonsense? Listen. Man, Arteta is out of his depth. He's out of his depth. I really do feel the way these players are playing. You saw the interview, as I said, with Aubameyang, and I do believe that these players are down tools now. You've got, obviously, his agent coming out and having a go at Arteta now. Cracks. These cracks now are beginning to be revealed. Yeah, the reason why Aubameyang ain't scoring is because there's no creativity, there's no chances created. We have the worst created chances in the Premier League. This is nonsense. This is Arsenal, the Arsenal. We're playing like we're... you look at this team on Thursday against Rapid Vienna, and the way we was playing with the handbrake off and with the freedom. And that's why I was calling for man like Ainsley Maitland-Niles to start. He was on the bench. He didn't even come on. And this is what really cheeses me off about Arteta, because, you know, what have you got to lose? You need to try something different. Yeah, you tried the system 4-2-3-1, playing Lacazette in the hole, Saka on the left, Willian on the right, and then obviously Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey. But Thomas Partey can't be doing two-man's job because Granit Xhaka has no legs. I would have preferred if he started El Nene alongside Thomas Partey, or even get maintenance now. When Thomas goes off, and that's another talking point, when he goes off, you bring on Dani Ceballos. That's the worst thing you can do. Dani Ceballos and Granit Xhaka. That's it. There's no legs in the midfield. And as a matter of fact, yeah, Tottenham didn't really have to come out of second gear. Literally, we played into their hands. Yeah, we played into their hands. Yeah, you know, he comes out in his post-match and saying, oh, you know, we dominated the game. Dominated the game? Dominated what? What did you dominate? What chances did you create? We had 2 shots on goal. 2 shots on target. We must have passed around the ball. I think our stats was 600 to Tottenham's. We played right into your... Just as Man City played into their trap, we've done exactly the same. Yeah? Naivety with the players, naivety with the manager. And because you're so stubborn and stuck in your ways and so arrogant now with it now, you just really started to jar me. You're really starting to jar me now. Because I'm just hearing the same old thing when you come off. We worked hard. We showed... You didn't show nothing. There was no passion whatsoever. There was no passion whatsoever on that pitch yesterday. You called that a North London derby when we're playing at snail's pace. Would you blame Tottenham for not... Because we're too easy. We're too predictable. Ball down the left. All the time. Ball down the left. You know, man's like Adams, Tony Adams and those players, they knew what it was to play for Arsenal on the badge and to play in these North London derbies. What was this? None of you got it. None of you got it. We're in a very, very detrimental position right now. And if our next 4 games, Burnley at home, Southampton at home, Everton away, and then Chelsea. If we lose all 4 of those games, the board has got no option but to act. You cannot be going into the January transfer window with this guy at the helm and to trust him with them. Nah, get out of here. And I'm saying this, look, when you look at... I've said that these players are average at best. With their form, I really don't know what's happened. I really don't know what's happened. And it was so easy for Tottenham. Too easy. They had around 200 odd passes. Possession-wise, we had something like 69. At one point, we had something like 80% possession in the second half. They just let you have the ball because they know that you cannot... the players that we've got, we are not technically good. We don't know how to look after the ball. And so all they do is wait, set traps and wait. And exactly what happens. I spoke to my mate, my Chelsea mate, and I said, listen, they got Bellerin and Holden on that right-hand side, mate. And I'm telling you, that's where the weakness is and that's where the goals are going to come. And mark my words, Bob's your uncle. That's what's happened. First goal. You got Bellerin pushing up. Okay? They lose the ball. I think Bellerin went to play. I don't know who played the ball up front. But from that point, the play... And this always seems to happen. It breaks down in that last third. We got loads of people pushed up. And then, literally, Kane, the main man, picks up the ball. Bellerin is standing there looking around, don't know what to do. You've got Gabriel who's not closing on Kane, because the thing about it, if Kane gets a space to turn and start to run forward, not to say that he's got pace, but he will find man like Son, and that's what he did. And then you got Holding backing off because there's nobody across the park to cover, because Bellerin is right away all the way, and he always leaves that space. Willian, where was Willian? Thomas Partey tried to tackle, just left the leg out. You could see from the start his positioning, and I thought, the guy don't look fit, and hence this is what happens. And so Son scores a brilliant goal. Listen, I don't know whether Leno could have done any better. It wasn't even in the top bins, but it was a very good goal, well struck. But why are you giving him the time to get onto his right foot Holding? You're backing off. Go and put a foot in. Tackle. What is the problem? I just don't get it. What is the problem? Holding, you're just not good enough. Bellerin, you're not good enough. You give the ball away. You can't pass. You can't take throws. I mean, I was on the phone to my mate and I said, can you imagine if Bellerin does a foul throw? The ball went out for the thingy, and I said, can you imagine if Bellerin does a foul throw? And what does the guy do? He does a foul throw. Do you know that there's a stat where my mate sent me where whoever it is, Arsenal have done more foul throws than we have, I think, created chances in the last how many games? This is a madness, and I think it's all coming from Bellerin. This guy does not know how to take throws. And this, the tactics, the players, it's just like, it seems as if they're not, well, certain players of down tools, certainly down tools. And it is very frightening. And, Arsenal are not too good to go down. We're sitting 4 places above the relegation zone right now. This is a madness. The second goal. And obviously, there's a lot of talk with Partey when Bellerin can't even get he played his pass to Aubameyang across. And you're playing the pass behind him. Aubameyang slips. They break. This point, they break, yeah. On this occasion, I can't remember who picked up the ball, but that point, Thomas was obviously walking off the pitch, and a lot of people are saying he shouldn't have done it, which, maybe in hindsight he should have just sat down on the pitch and sort of put his hand up, so hopefully they would have stopped play. Do you know what I mean? But he walked to vacate the space. But then the likes of Gabriel and Holding, they should have been shouting and telling people to get back and cover. But no, nothing. Nothing at all. He walks off the pitch, limping. They break. Son plays the ball to Harry Kane. And there's only one outcome. And at this point, while transition is going on, you've got Arteta. I mean, it just looked embarrassing. It just looked out of desperation. I know he said he was pushing him to get himself back in position. And even when you pushed him in, he may have aggravated, if I can say the word, that injury even more. Because when he came on, he could hardly run. And Harry Kane does what he does. Always scores against us. I see 11 goals now. The highest in the North London derby. He always scores against us. I thought Aubameyang, Lacazette, I thought they were going to turn up for this game. Lacazette was running around and making tackles and falling over on the floor. Willian, Saka was just running down blind alleys. He was trying to make things happen. Granit Xhaka, just a waste of space. Holding, absolutely useless. Gabriel is now starting to morph into a typical Arsenal player, typical defender. It's rubbing off on him. The mistakes and stuff now is starting to rub off on him. Kieran Tierney was whipping in cross after cross after cross. But as I said, nobody can walk away and say, hold their head up. Because nobody didn't go out there and put their life on the line for this. Nobody. Nobody at all. And this is what annoys me. This is what annoys me about this whole club right now. We have gone into mediocrity. We have gone into mediocrity right now. You know, this is the fan base is accepting this rubbish, and every time it's the same thing. Oh, Arteta's won this, he's won a cup. Nah, get out of here. Get out of here. You got our rivals who are sitting top of the league, yeah? They might not be playing the prettiest football, but mate, they understand and they know what they're doing. Alex Scott was doing the punditry yesterday alongside Graham Souness, and she said, I mean, at points she just said, listen, she even likened it to when, what's the guy from Man United, Patrice Evra, went off on one. She said, she goes, if the camera was not there, she would have gone off for one, because what she was seeing there was total garbage. Yeah. She even said that you looked at the two sides, there was only one side that knew what they were doing. They were organised, well organised, and that was Tottenham. Arsenal is just like we're just playing off the cuff. There was no identity. Just send them out there and just do whatever. Naivety. Absolutely joke. This guy, Arteta, he is out of his depth when it comes to managing this side. You're giving a rookie manager a job where he's never ever managed before. You're up against Mourinho. Yeah, people might not like him. They might call him washed up. But I'm telling you, mate, now, right? When I saw him, all right, people might have a go at me. Put it in the comments what you think. But when I saw him at the Emirates, when Unai Emery was sort of on his last legs, and I was thinking, would I have him? I even asked that question to a couple of mates, and they're like, nah, not. But I'm telling you, right now there's no winners in this club. We have not a winning mentality at all. Somebody said on TalkSport that Mourinho has brainwashed his team into winning. Yeah, nothing but winning. But we just come up with all the excuses. This, that. Trust the process. Non-negotiable. Get out of here, man. I've had it now. I've had it. It's enough is enough now. Things have to change. We cannot keep... We've got to now go and experiment and try some of our... Listen, what have we got to lose? What have we got to lose? Because I'm just seeing garbage right now. William Saliba, playing in the under-23, he's better than Holding. You're telling me he's not better than Holding? He was playing alongside the guy that plays for Leicester. And I can't remember his name. I can't even remember his name. Somebody put it in the chat, or not in the chat, but in the comments. And he's playing for Leicester, getting first team experience, and apparently Saliba was better than him. And yet Arteta's looked and said, "You're not good enough. Are you having a laugh, mate? You think Holding, Mustafi, David Lewis? Listen, I'm telling you now, if Saliba is playing in that position, yeah, man like Son or Kane would not be getting down there. He'd be putting in a tackle because he's quick. Holding is slow. Mustafi just goes to the ground. Trust the process. What process? It is a mess right now. It is a total mess right now, Arsenal. The game, you know, Was I looking forward to the game? Yes and no, but I tell you what, we've lost 6 already. We've lost 6. Think about that. We've lost 6 games already, and it's December. And we're sitting 15th in the league. Look, you know what? I could go on. I could go on and on and on. And the club from top to bottom needs to be sorted out. The owners, the way they're running this club right now, is just a total mess. Total mess. You would rather go and spend money on the likes of Willian, give him a 3-year deal. Okay, you upped Aubameyang's. That's 350,000. Ozil's on 350,000, and we're scrimping over paying a manager 6 million. You know what? We our expectations have been lowered so much. Yeah, the PE teacher up the road. Where is he? How has he managed to get a tune out of his players? Look, I'm just going to do the player ratings, and, mate, you'll be lucky if anybody gets a 3. Anybody gets a 3 or more. 3. Probably Tierney for me will probably get the most. But I'm going to start with Leno in goal. Apart from picking the ball out of the net twice, could he have done better on the first goal? Was his positioning? I don't know. I mean, it was a well-struck goal. I'm not going to take that away from Son. It was a well-struck goal, but I'm giving Leno 4. I'm giving Leno 4. All right, let's start with the right back. Hector Bellerin, 0. Absolutely useless. You're no good as a footballer. You should have gone how many seasons ago? You was flirting with this club, that club. You should have gone, man. Because I'm telling you, you have lost it as a footballer. You can't play, you can't defend, you can't pass, you can't take throw-ons. Go and do your forestry or whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing, go and deal with that, yeah? Let's get somebody decent in that position. Man like Ainsley Maitland-Niles, or listen, I'd even just get Cedric back in there. We bought Cedric, but what we bought him for? You're prepared with the form that Hector Bellerin is in. You're prepared, Arteta, you're prepared to play this guy. 0. Holding, 0. Can't defend. Backing off all the time. What is it that you can't do? What is it that you can't do in terms of tackling? Passing the ball. Your positioning. Just everything that you do. When you two are playing together at that position, you know goals are coming. You both can't defend. Holding, you're getting a 0. You're getting a 0. Gabriel, the badness is wearing off on you as well, bro. You know what I mean? There are times where, man, I've seen you. I don't know if you was told to do that, but there were times where you was way up the field when you should be in back in position, and when you was meant to be closing down Kane or just being. I mean, when you first started, you was overplayed like a rash. What's happened? What has happened? You got to stop the movement of Harry Kane. I didn't see none of that from you. You're getting a 3. Kieran Tierney, for me, was probably the best out of a bad bunch. And, yeah, you know, he tried to get forward as much, whipped in loads of crosses. But who to? Some they got to, some they didn't. Um, Tried hard, but to no avail. I'm giving Kieran Tierney a 4. I'm giving Kieran Tierney a 4. We move into the midfield. Thomas Partey. Okay, he played one half. You was naive in the fact that you just walked off the pitch and left that space, gaping space. It would have been better if you just sat on the ground and hopefully they would have stopped the game or have done something to just even block the player. But you just walked off aimlessly. The space was there. They broke on us. Lovely jubbly. 4-2. We had no chance. And that was for the second goal. Yeah, Thomas, mate, you're getting a 2 from me, mate. Look, you was working for 2 men out there, yeah, but you could see he was injured. You could see he weren't fit. And listen, man, it is what it is. I'm giving you a 2. Granit Xhaka, 0. 0. Can't pass. Can't run. Can't tackle. Mate, back passes. When you want to start something off in terms of an attack, it's just sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards. That's all we get from you. You make a stupid tackle on Son in the deep in there off, and then you're holding in your hands like somebody came out. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Jamie Redknapp came out and said like he's trying to pull the wool over us. He's been pulling the wool over our eyes for a long time. Yeah, trying to make out like he's some hard tough tackler. Get out of here. You fall over so easy. It's just ridiculous. Every time you get touched, you're falling over. 0. No good. You're not good enough at this level. Bundesliga, galang back. Yeah, galang back to that. Okay, we move on to Willian. Willian, I'm giving him a 2. This guy's just not turned up for anything, man. He just looks lethargic. We was told that this is your favourite team that you play against. You're sure? Are you sure? You're putting crosses, you're whipping in crosses. As I said, we had something like 40 odd crosses in this game. And not one reached their man. Either it either hit the first defender or, these guys have got big defenders at the back. So it was very easy for them just to head the ball out. It was comfortable for them. We were just whipping the ball in aimlessly, but nothing was coming of it. Your strikers, they don't really head balls really. They've got 60 plus goals between them, Aubameyang and Lacazette or whatever it is, and they've scored 7 with their heads combined. So what do you expect? Now this game would have probably suited the likes of a Giroud, but then typical Arsenal, we'll do the opposite and try and play it to feet. It is what it is. We're useless. Willian, you're getting a 1. Lacazette, running around, falling over. Where you're meant to be, you're not. Okay, you're playing in that deep line role, but you're kind of just reverted back to Lacazette. Lack of threat. Simple as. You're getting a 2. Saka tried hard, running down blind alleys again. This is a young guy. We're expecting a lot from him, but this club is just pulling him down. A man like him, Kieran Tierney, are regressing. Even Gabriel are regressing under Mikel Arteta right now. When Kieran Tierney and man like Martinelli and Saka were playing under Unai Emery, they were much better players. They were much better players. As I say, this manager does not know how to manage this side. Don't know, especially the young kids. Don't. Haven't got Scooby. Saka, 3, mate. I'm going to get a 3, man. Yeah, it's got to be a 3. Mr. Aubameyang, the invisible man. I used to watch that years ago. Yeah. Yeah, the man used to put on that white coat, put on the mask and that. Where was you? Where was you? You looked like you didn't even want to be on the pitch. You are supposed to be our captain. Mate, you just didn't look like you could be asked to do anything. The ball, you weren't even your positioning, you weren't even running into like space. You was waiting for the ball to come. It can't work. The guy, I think, in that game, he had the least amount of touches out of the whole 22 players on that pitch. 21 touches. 21 touches. And not one shot on target. I think he had one header over the bar. And that was it. Now, I don't know what's going on about me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. You look very, very depressed. You look very unhappy. That guy that used to smile, as I said in the interview, didn't see that from you. Didn't get that vavoom, as Thierry Henry would say. Not the captain. You're not, sorry to say, captain material. And yeah, things are not going well for you. You're barren at the moment with regards to goals. But you're gonna have to try and you're gonna have to take the bull by the horns, man. You're gonna have to take the game by the scruff of the neck. You're the captain. You scored 22 goals last season. Yeah? You've scored 2 in 11. Times 11, that's 22. That was last season. Now you've only scored 2. Not good. A penalty and Fulham. Brother, sorry, man. Sorry, man. You're getting a 0, man. You're getting a 0. Just not good enough. Just not good enough. Players coming on. Dani Ceballos. He came on for Thomas Partey. Again, spinning top. You know, where's the Dani Ceballos of last season? Probably one of the best midfielders in the league. Playing out of his skin. Went back to Real Madrid. And his twin brother came over. Sorry, mate, Danny. You ain't doing it, man. You ain't cutting it. And the sooner the transfer window opens again, mate, tell you what, sling your hook, bro. Sling your hook, man. But is that going to happen? No. Mikel Arteta will keep him and he will persist with these bang average players. That's what he does. And then Eddie Nketiah. Oh, sorry, Dani Ceballos, you're getting a 2. You get a 2. Eddie Nketiah. We're bringing on Eddie Nketiah to try and change the game. You're having a laugh. I already told you that this is not his level. This is not Eddie Nketiah's level. Yeah? If he cannot make it into the lead side when he went on loan to them in the Championship, and you've got him on the bench. The sooner Martinelli comes back, man, the sooner. Balogun. Why not try Balogun? Why not try him? Where's all these players? Joe Willock was sitting on the bench. Mohamed Elneny, why did you start with Granit Xhaka? Mohamed Elneny, all right, yes, he might be a basic player, but at least he will run around for you. Ainsley Maitland-Niles had a fantastic game in the week. And what do? You're rewarded with him sitting on the bench. Reece Nelson not even in the side. You look at that bench and you're thinking, who's going to come on and do anything and change it? Nothing. You look at Tottenham's bench. You had man like Gareth Bale on there, Lucas Moura, Harry Winks. Listen, man, we're done out here. We're done as a club, and we're just being so bantered. It's unreal, absolutely unreal. Manager, coming on to you now. I don't know if I gave Eddie Nketiah a score, but you're gonna get a 1 as well. 1. Come on to Mr. Arteta himself. Post-match nonsense. You're chatting. Don't want to hear it, man. 44 crosses. Oh, the law of averages says that we will score. We want to score. We played well. We played with heart. We played with passion. You didn't play with diddly squat. What game was you watching? What game was you watching, Mr. Arteta? You persist with the wrong players, the likes of Holding, Bellerin, Willian. You have to have the guts now to drop these players. If they're not playing with Granit Xhaka, how on earth? You've got William Saliba playing in the under-23s. You've got this all wrong, man. You've got this all wrong. And for me, your time is up. You're out of your depth. I said it in the last game, the Wolves game. How much more? I don't know. And I don't see where the next win is going to come. Can somebody tell me? Please, can somebody tell me? Arteta, 0. I've had enough now. I've had enough of this guy and that wig that he's wearing. He's wearing a wig. I'm telling you, mark my word. I said it about Wenger. I'm going to take his toupee off. You got toupee on as well. Listen, I know you got a toupee underneath that, man. I know that, man. That's a toupee you're wearing there. Yeah, that nice head over here. Don't let me come down there, though, bro. Don't let me have to come down there. Boys, girls, guys, gals. It's hard to digest what I'm seeing right now. It is very hard to digest. And I'm telling you, is it pointless of me saying this? I don't know. If we don't get our act together, mate, we could be, come Christmas, January, we could be sitting in the relegation zone or fighting a relegation battle. And this is no lie. I'm not saying this as a joke now. This is not a joke. This is reality. Burnley is a 6-pointer. Do you hear what I'm saying? We're 15th in the league. 15th. Think about that. December. Tottenham, top of the league. 24 points. 11 points behind them. You think they're going to drop a lot of points? Do you think they're going to drop a lot of points? Listen, guys. I've said what I've had to say. I know I said I was going to keep it short. But obviously, there's a lot on my mind. And... but I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. Listen, guys. Thanks for supporting the channel and watching the channel and putting your comments in. Please like, subscribe and share. We've got a game coming up against Dundalk away. Obviously, he's going to go and play all these youngsters. I hope Balogun does get a run out, a full run out. And maybe even try him. Have him on the bench at least. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, try him, man. When we play Burnley, let's try and play with it and break. We need to start scoring goals. We are terrible right now. We are terrible. But hear what? It is what it is. If you go with a manager that's got no experience, this is what you're going to expect. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, that insanity, you know what I'm saying? Then you're going to get the same results. And if he carries on like this, the only way is down. Listen, take care. See you on the next one.